Story. All right. So my dolphin story from 1997. Well, when I was little, I really felt connected to whales and dolphins, and I sent my allowance to Greenpeace, and I don't know where that came from, another life, I'm sure. But I always wanted to swim with dolphins. It was been a dream of mine since I was a little girl. And I read a book, and the author, it was about dolphins, and the author takes retreats to Hawaii. And I said to my husband, we have to go. This is my chance to swim with the dolphins. So I was living in Santa Barbara at the time, and I remember being at my chiropractor's office laying on the table, and I felt all the dolphins swimming around me. And I got the message that it would be a family reunion going to Hawaii to swim with the dolphins. And we were swimming actually in Santa Barbara at the beach right before we were leaving for Hawaii. We were sort of getting ready for being in the ocean more. And we swam out, and the dolphins came by right there in Santa Barbara. And it was beautiful. They were getting us ready. So we went to Hawaii, and the last 2 days that we were there, all the dolphins came and swam with us. I was in a group of about 12 or 15 people. And it was profound. It felt magical, but it also felt like the most normal thing ever. And I remember one swimming next to me, eye to eye, and it was just a profound experience. And I couldn't really talk about it afterwards. I remember going back to the retreat center and saying, yeah, it had happened, but it just didn't really feel real. And it became one of those experiences that it was like a time capsule. It came out over time. And after we had swum with them, 2 days in a row, we swam with them for like an hour and a half. We all got up on the beach and thanked them. And they stayed in the cove, and then we're swimming around, and we did a meditation and thanked them. And then when we were done and said goodbye, they took off. They're so telepathic and so tuned in and sensitive. It was just an amazing experience. And this was before I was an animal communicator. It was before I had opened up to that or learned about it. But I think it was the beginning, really. Looking back, I'm just realizing that today. So we got on the plane the next day, and I was dreaming. They were all around me in my dreams in the plane, and it occurred to me that the dolphins are the angels of the ocean. They're so angelic, but they hold it in the ocean for us. And so I just wanted to share that connecting experience because it was a profound one for me and changed a lot for me. And the dolphins are here and really wanted to be in this course welcoming you all. So they have a guided experience to take you on. And before we go to that, it says here, every single thing you said is my intention. Awesome. That is great. I love it. Okay. The dolphins. So let's get comfortable. Here they are. Some bottlenose dolphins for you. They are such emissaries of joy, and they're such great role models for connecting. They're always so playful, and they're so intelligent and kind, compassionate creatures. So what they said to me earlier was, come into our waters, feel the flow, feel the play and the fun, feel the connections with each other. So we're going to do do our meditation now. If you want to get cozy, sit back or lie down on the floor if that's more comfortable for you. And settle in and close your eyes. And the dolphins are welcoming us into their world. So let's take a few breaths. And as you settle in your body, you notice that you're at a beach where there is beautiful turquoise water. There's a lovely pier a wooden pier, and we're all going to walk down that pier together to get into the boat. It's a beautiful catamaran is waiting for us to take us out to the Dolphins. So as you walk down the pier, you notice how sparkly the water is and how welcoming it is, and what a beautiful, beautiful day it is. Our captain is welcoming us on the boat. And we're all getting on the boat together, finding a nice place to sit, and feeling so excited for our adventure to begin. So the boat takes off from the pier, and we're gently going through the water, feeling the cool air on our faces, feeling the excitement in our hearts to be meeting up with our old friends, the Dolphins, today. It's a lovely, lovely day, and you're just looking out at the horizon and feeling so expansive. So we travel for a little while, noticing that the land is getting farther and farther away. We're really now in the ocean world. And we notice that as we go farther and farther away, our consciousness is shifting. We're looking into the dreamy water and feeling like our altered state is coming through. And we can sense that the dolphins are nearby. They're sending out their energy to us already. And then the boat starts to slow down a little bit. And our captain sees where they are, and he drops anchor. And the warm water is just so welcoming. We just can't wait to get in the water, and we see the dolphins coming. They're nearby. So one by one, we go down the ladder, we jump, whatever feels good to you. Let's just get in the water. And the water is so warm and envelops us. And we feel safe in the water. We feel at home in the water. And here come the dolphins. They're coming over. They're coming to play with us. And as you're swimming, you see one come right for you. Very curious. This dolphin is so excited to see you and so curious about you. So she comes right over and she looks at you, and you look deeply into her eye, and you just swim together. As you're swimming together, notice that you're outside of time and outside of space. And she's your old friend. And as she's swimming with you, she's going to share a message with you. She's so excited to see you, and so excited that you're in a space where you have your heart open to her. So enjoy your swim and listen for the message. Feel for the message. As you're swimming, feel that your true self is coming back to you fully. Feel that spark within you, that joyful, happy, magical self part of you is feeling very present for you again. It's like being with her is helping you reconnect to that part of yourself. And remember your inner spark and your inner playfulness, your inner joy. And continue to swim along as you're taking in her message. And now you're starting to notice the other dolphins around, and a few more come over, and you thank her as she starts to go and play with her friends. But you're part of that group still. And you're swimming with them and feeling the lightness of your spirit return that you may not have felt for a while. And you just take it in. Some of them are leaping up out of the water and plunging back down in the water. They're twirling around with their friends. They take off really fast and then they come back. And they slow down to be with you and connect with you. And you see your human friends in the water too, and they're having a great time too. It all feels a little dreamy, and that's okay. They're so happy you came to play with them today. As the day goes on, you swim some more, and then we feel it's time to go back to our boat. We've all reconnected, and know we'll see each other again soon. So with grateful hearts, we start to leave the ocean and swim back to the boat. And as we get back on the boat, we notice we're feeling refreshed and reawakened. And you settle into your cozy spot. Everyone's kind of quiet. Everyone's had a beautiful experience, and the boat pulls up anchor and slowly heads back. And as the wind is coming on our faces, we're just feeling grateful and taking some deep breaths and letting it all sink in. How we felt so at home with our friends. Now we can still feel them, even being in the boat. And now we see land coming closer, closer in the distance. We start to remember our day a little bit. Oh, right, the pier. We were on the beach. So as we get closer and closer, we start to stretch a little and maybe talk to our friends on the boat and exchange smiles about how wonderful that experience was. And as we get closer and closer and closer, we see the pier, and our captain gracefully completes our trip, gets right up to the pier for us, and thanks us for coming with them. And as we get off the boat, and we pay attention with the wobbly boat getting on the dock, We hop into the dock and we walk back to the beach. And we just really want to sit in the sand for a minute and get our bearings. So we all sit together in the sand. Beautiful, soft, powdery white sand. It's warm. And we all sit in a circle just to complete the energy of our experience. And we remember together meeting our dolphin friends, and we send them our love and thanks for the welcome into their waters, for the connections and the love that we shared with them today, and for the seeds that they planted in our consciousness. We thank them and we love them and we trust them, and we're so grateful to be reconnected with them as they guide us in our life. And we seal our thanks. We send love from our hearts. And we complete with them by opening our eyes and taking some nice deep breaths. And then we feel ourselves coming back into our chairs, into our homes, into our space, but holding the dolphins in our hearts. Thank you for coming on that journey with me. I hope you enjoyed it. They're such masters. The dolphins are such masters at teaching and helping us feel their consciousness. I hope you could feel them.